Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Rarsu Amarabi. On this channel, I film content surrounding graduate school, sustainability, education, and lifestyle. Today's video is going to be the first episode on a new series I'm starting on this channel known as Research Future, where I'll actually interview current and past graduate students about their research experiences in grad school in order to help others who actually want to come into grad school. So today we have our first guest, Erica. Erica, thank you you're the first guest on this series. Thank you for accepting to interview with me and my audience. Like, they're looking forward to hearing your experience. So please, can you just introduce yourself to us?
Of course, and thank you again. My name is Erica Dasi, and I am a Ph.D. candidate at the University of South Florida, and I'm in the environmental engineering Ph.D. program, and this is my fourth year.
Oh, wonderful! 4 years in PhD. That's wonderful. So, did you get a master's before your PhD, or you just came from your first degree straight to a PhD?
Yes, so I received my master's in biological sciences at the University of Maryland. So it was a different discipline outside of engineering. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I wanted to do more applied research and gain some more skills in engineering design. So I expanded I wanted to expand my training. So here I am today.
So your bachelor's degree was also in biological sciences?
Yes, biological sciences, yes.
So can you just give us a brief overview of your research?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so my research at the moment is looking at creating low cost, simple, and also efficient wastewater and drinking water treatment systems that can be used in small community settings. Because oftentimes these communities don't have the resources, whether it's the financial or the technological resources, or even the people there who have adequate training to apply conventional or typical methods. So it's kind of like personalized water treatment for a community. We're trying to work with the community directly, identify their needs, help them gain the skills to develop treatment technologies that are suitable for them.
Oh, okay. So low income areas, that's where I know the city have their wastewater treatment and water purification systems, but yes, you're looking at low income areas that probably cannot afford water supply. Or
not even so low income areas are what I'm looking at, but even whether that's in a developing country or even here in Tampa, one thing that I realized in Florida is that Florida is very rural. Before moving here, I thought that all Florida was like Tampa or Orlando or Miami, but go 20 minutes outside of USF, you're in the countryside. So it's also looking at on-site technologies that can be used in a particular area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's developing a product or technology that you can actually install in a particular community for their water supply, right?
Yes. Or even their backyard.
Or their backyard, yeah. Especially for in developing countries, they don't have central water systems. It's individual. So yeah, that's really, and with the whole water crisis and
absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how did you actually choose this area? You stumble on it, or you were actually you really wanted to do this from the onset?
Right. I think that just how my life has played out, it's just been taking bits of pieces of different experiences. So when I was an undergrad, I was fortunate to work in a lab, and we did a lot of environmental science work. However, over time, I realized that a lot of the work that I was doing, it was to help the environment, but it was more to gain a basic understanding of different environmental processes. So to be able to see the impact of my work in the community or apply it, I recognized that was a limitation. And so just having that experience allowed me to see, well, I love doing environmental research, but I also love being able to apply and work with people. You know what I mean? And then also, my family is from Cameroon. So when I went to go visit my grandmother, I realized that there was a disparity in terms of people having access to clean water and also treating their water appropriately. So I think that having that firsthand experience and seeing this disparity is something that has motivated me to not only help my family, but also other families that are experiencing these challenges around the world.
Yeah. So I like to tell my audience, she's a PhD candidate. So if you don't know what a candidate is, it's someone who has like passed the candidacy exam and like is up for a PhD degree. I'm just a student. I'm still not I've not done my candidacy exam yet. So I just wanted to point that out. But like what I want to ask now is like when you start your PhD, like you don't start like you actually don't even know your dissertation from the onset. You probably would just like start a project, then like create like a dissertation around that. So like how were you able to, because I'm also in the process, like I already have like a couple of projects I'm working on, but I'm like still trying to like put it on the one like dissertation. So how were you able to like from a project like put everything together under like one dissertation topic and actually like so how were you able to do that?
I think that it's a constantly evolving thing, you know, but the first thing that I've found very helpful is just reading about what's been done and what hasn't been done. And in that way, it helps to identify what are the contributions that can be made. What can my research do? What can our research do at the dissertation level add to that? And I think that has been very helpful for me to serve as a guide as I'm moving through this this process that seems to change almost on a daily basis. I don't know if that's something you can agree on.
I agree totally. Totally agree. Like I'm even just working on a project now and like my goals have changed like a couple of times, like my objectives. So yeah, it's ever changing. So if you were actually to continue in this line of research, you're still doing your research, right? But yeah, you get your PhD or whatever. But if you were to continue in this line of research, what like do you know like future areas that can be worked on?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is being a teacher, a professor, because I think in that way I will have the chance to combine my different interests. So I'm really interested in research and then teaching. So not only can being a professor offer the chance to teach students, but also to share my knowledge with like my research community. One thing that is very important to me is science communication and just being able to communicate in our work in a way that's clear for everyone to understand. You know, not only our colleagues, but also non-scientists, politicians, so that people can have this information and make informed decisions. And then I'd love to travel, do some work with small communities. I think in the near future, I'd like to go to the Caribbean or South America since we're in Florida. But those are just a few immediate things that I'm thinking about.
That's nice. You talked about travel and I know you love traveling. I can see it on your like social media. But how are you able to balance like your work and your life, like your social life and your research life? How you balance it so well?
Oh, it's a process. I don't know if I'm balancing it well, but I think what has helped recently is just setting boundaries for myself and also communicating those boundaries in a way that's loving to other people to understand. I'm very notorious for taking on a lot, just scheduling a lot and planning a lot. So I think that in light of the current events, what I've learned is to set realistic goals and to stick with them and just learning how to say no. It's so hard, but learning how to say no in a way that's loving.
Yeah. So, for undergrad or even like current masters or like first year PhD students, who would love to come into your field of research, do you like
Yes.
have like any advice for them, like what should they do like to like improve their like chances in this line of research, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that I would recommend is try to get as much experience, hands-on experience in the area that you're interested in. And that way it gives you like a trial run to see if this is even something that you can envision yourself doing. It's one thing to say it, but actually to be in the process of working in that area, it's completely different. So if you have a chance at your university or even within your local community where you're interested in water, um, try to ask around. Don't be afraid to ask. The worst that someone can say is no, and at least you'd have your answer. For anyone who is interested at the University of South Florida, any of your viewers, there are tons of research opportunities. Even with COVID going on, they have remote research opportunities where you can begin acquiring knowledge and skills on whatever you're interested in. So that's what I would recommend.
Okay. So I just have one last question. Like what's a general advice you give to anyone who wants to pursue a PhD?
Okay, general advice that I would recommend is if they have a chance to visit the school, um, go see the department, speak with some of the students, speak to professors that you're interested in working with, and just as professors ask questions to you, I think it's important that we ask questions to the professors. At the end of the day, it is a working relationship. And for me, I felt like it was very important to see if this is someone who I could mesh with. Is this someone where we have similar expectations? Like they're uncomfortable conversations, but I think it's easier to recognize like what those expectations are, what those values are first ahead of time, than going through the motions later. Because at the end of the day, a journey to the PhD can be 6, 7, 8 years, so,
Yeah.
or even 4 years, but still, that's a lot of time. So I would definitely say talk to students, visit the university, visit the town. Like I had an interview in Illinois for one PhD program, and when I went out there, the closest Walmart was 45 minutes away, and I said that's too far for me
Yeah.
personally. So definitely, if you have a chance, go to the school and explore.
Thank you very much, Erica, for doing this. Thank you. Me and my audience, we appreciate you. Thank you for actually sharing with us your experience and your knowledge. Yeah, thank you very much. We're grateful.
I'm grateful to be here, and if your audience has any additional questions, I'm happy to help. You have my email
Yeah,
and
so I'm going to leave our contact details. Yeah, I'm going to leave your social media. Should I leave your email also in my description box? Is that okay?
yes, and I can also send you my personal website. It talks more about my research, and if anyone's interested in that area, I'm happy to provide whatever advice I can.
Okay, so all our details will be down in the description box. So yeah, thank you. And yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to be leaving Erica's contact details down in the description box. You can connect with her over social media, or if you want to learn more about her research, she has a personal website, and the link is in the description box. So I hope you're able to gain a thing or two from the discussion with Erica. I definitely gained some nuggets, and I hope you did too. If you're watching this and you like to come on this series to share your research experience, please send an email to info@rarsuamrib.com. It's be on the screen right now, and it will also be in the description box, so you can send an email and we'll set up an appointment for an interview and create a video. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit on the red subscribe button right now, click the like button, comment, share, turn on your notification bell so that you get notified each time I post a video. So an episode from this series will be released every month. At least one episode of the research feature series will be released every month. I don't promise more than that right now because I'm working on my research. So but yeah, stick around this channel for other content on sustainability education, on my lifestyle, and on other aspects of grad school. Until next time, continue to live consciously, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.